Welcome back, guys. We are finally back. It's been long awaited. We got Eddie back in the house. He's back from the vacation. I'm sure we'll talk about this a little bit. But before we jump right into it, a word about our sponsors. UFC Gym Largo in St. Petersburg. They're still there, live, and going hard. So you should check them out. Also, Vitality 1 and 2. Look into that, guys. If you need recovery and revitalization, I don't know if I pronounced that shit correctly, but it is what it is. Anyway, my name is Jay. To my right, we got Eddie, my co-host, and behind the camera, best man in the business, Miggy, with the production. And Miggy claps, claps, claps. Woo.
Fuck. There we go. Wait, why is it not working?
Oh,
It's always not working.
What the fuck, man?
Technical difficulties. You would not
voice
be.
Voice mod's not open.
That's actually good because we're staying true to our name, GhettoRig Podcast. No, nothing fucking works ever. But anyway, Eddie, but I'm gonna give you a little tiny like a little taste of what we might talk about. All I have to say is JFK. But anyway, let's talk about you, Eddie. How was the trip?
It was good.
How did it go?
It's good. I left Thursday night, basically Friday morning. We left around 1 a.m. Friday morning.
How was that ride?
It was not bad. It was a little annoying. We only got a few hours of sleep, and
did you hit any traffic in Atlanta? Because it takes about 6 hours to get
so
there.
we actually didn't go through the Atlanta route.
Oh, you did not?
We went on the coast of Georgia and passed basically through Savannah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you took 95, not 75.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 95, 93 is that area and shit.
Yeah. So
we were on 95 for like 200 and some miles, I think 300 miles or whatever it was.
Okay.
I think it's 95. I think you're right.
And then you cut across.
And then we cut across. Not really, actually. It would
right
kind of
there.
It would kind of like, so we would get up and through, and then in South Carolina it would kind of like make us jump over a little bit to another weird highway, and then from South Carolina to North Carolina, we were on like these back road highways that like had
so
no lights,
through little cities, and then it would just slow down and speed up again.
Yep, a lot of that through all of North Carolina and South Carolina.
Sometimes those roads are better.
I feel apparently took. I mean, every time we would put it into the GPS, it would say 10 hours and 5 minutes, even on the way there and on the way back. And we did it in about 9 hours and a half. We cut a decent amount of time off. Even and on the way there, we stopped twice. We stopped once at.
So you were speeding decent.
80, 85.
Okay, yeah. So you were going like 20 over almost.
No, because a lot of that highway is, most of that highway is 70.
70, 75. Okay.
Yeah, most of that highway is 70.
About 15 over. That's
yeah,
not bad.
I was going 80 most of the time.
Yeah, following traffic.
When I was getting a little annoyed, I'd go 85. But on the way there wasn't bad. On the way back wasn't bad at all. I mean, there was more traffic on the way back, definitely, because we left later in the day, so we hit that midday traffic. But we were also in the middle of nowhere during rush hour, so we didn't get like a real rush hour.
Yeah. You know what's like overlooked a lot? Like, I know it's fun to stop on the road and like stop and get breakfast and stuff like that, but like preparing like some sort of sandwiches and having some drinks with you in the car, bro, and some chips, that's so like underrated. Because you're just there, like, hey, I'm hungry, real quick, like, or I just want a snack. Like, you just snack on some shit.
Drove for 8 hours, and I started to get hungry, especially because this was on the way back, right? Before we left, we had breakfast. We went to a breakfast place there, like a local place, and I had like traditional breakfast with like some bacon, sausage, eggs, and stuff like that. And so it wasn't very heavy, right? It didn't last very long in my stomach. So like, around 7 or 8 hours I was driving, and I got hungry, and I was let me get some of the Doritos you got. Always having water in the car, but not drinking it a lot.
Yeah, because then you're done, man.
Then you gotta stop
every fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah, I only drank it when I was really thirsty, because I knew. I actually had to pee majority of the way. I just held it, like, so we only stopped on the way back once.
Oh shit!
Right in the middle.
You did a hell decent time.
5 hours and 5 hours. We did a 5 hour stint that she did. And then we stopped to get gas, and then swapped, and then we did another 5 hours.
How was the road? Was it pretty scenic though?
It was cool. It was cool, especially with the change in season happening.
I was gonna ask that, like the weather and changing season, like the temperature wise.
It's kind of like a little fall in between of it all. So, like where the trees are starting to get green again in certain areas, but you still have like these trees that didn't fully die, and they're still like red and yellow and orange and stuff. And then you have trees that are fully dead still from the winter. It was cool. The drive was cool, and especially because we were on the coast, we kept constantly driving over like these bays and big ass lakes and stuff like that.
Which was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was
That's
pretty
a
cool.
scenic route, yeah.
It definitely better than fucking taking Atlanta.
Yeah, no. Atlanta
Definitely,
is fucking
definitely
terrible.
better than taking Atlanta and like the inland the whole time.
As many times as I've been to Atlanta, I'm always in traffic. Always.
But man,
It never fucking
there's nothing
stops.
worse than the drive through Florida.
Yeah, no.
The Florida part is always the worst. On the way, like leaving and getting back, like that was the worst.
So
like,
flat, man.
and not only that, I feel like you don't cover distance as well as you do in Florida highways as you do in the other highways. I feel like
It did nothing. The reason it's like that because nothing changes. It's the same shit over and over and
no,
over
but I'm saying
again.
like actual like distance wise, like in distance to time, like when I got into Florida, the last 100 miles took me 3 times the amount as 100 miles would have taken me in like one of those 7 mile.
Why? There's just too many cars.
I don't think it was necessarily the traffic. I noticed this too. The trend of Florida highways doing this is a lot more than other states. Other states are like straight for a long time, and then they have like slight curves.
Yeah, Florida does have.
Florida
this
does
shit.
this shit a lot in the cities and like as it's going through and stuff. And then and that's another thing. There's a lot more condensed cities constantly happening. So maybe traffic does probably play a role in that. But I feel like you can't gain as much distance as you can in the other states.
Plus, Florida is so fucking long, man. You just keep
Yeah,
going.
that's
and
another
going
thing.
and
I think
going
it's
and going.
like a misconception as well of
Yeah.
like how the actual distance. But I don't know. The trip wasn't that bad, like in the sense of driving there and back. I mean, 10 hours isn't too bad.
No.
And when you got someone else that'll do half of it, especially because Emily, she actually enjoys driving. Unless her back or her head is hurting or something, she wants to be driving because she gets motion sick and stuff. So,
How was it there when you got there?
that was really cool. Man.
What city were you in? Can you pull up Mickey on the
So
map?
I was in. You could pull up Burlington, or Greensboro, North Carolina, or Graham, Snow Camp. It's like all these cities within
The
like
tiny little cities within 20 minutes of each other.
Greensboro is going to be the biggest one, like the main city I was next to. I was about 20 miles east of Greensboro.
All these cities are kind of like they're cool, they're eclectic, they're cool to see, but they don't really have like downtown. They all have a downtown, but it's not like a downtown that you used to. And I feel like anytime I've been to those cities, there's really not much to do there.
There's some stuff to do there, and it's a pretty interesting area, but it's very not condensed whatsoever, right? Like there's not a city life. There's not like a downtown life kind of thing.
There's no bars or nightclubs.
No, there's not a lot of bars and stuff like that. If you go to the left, you see Greensboro right there on the left hand
Yeah,
side.
that looks bigger, yeah.
Yeah, Greensboro is a more condensed area. They've got a big mall attached to like this big arcade that we went to for my buddy's birthday. Actually, he wanted to go bowling, so we did that. But I mostly just went over there to hang out with my friends and like eat some different food and stuff. Like,
What did you get?
so
North Carolina has some badass barbecue, man.
so we had barbecue, and it was like that vinegar based barbecue.
yeah.
It was fire, super good. I had some brisket, I had some burnt ends, I had some pulled pork.
Price wise, is it about similar to
Bro,
Florida?
I was so surprised how much I paid for that shit, man. It was so cheap.
Was it?
It was so cheap.
Okay.
With drinks and all. I paid less than $100.
Oh shit, for 2 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cheap for barbecue.
With
drinks
drinks.
and all. Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it was some Max Speed Shop is what I think was what it was called, and me and Emily both got like their special Mac margarita. We both got margaritas, and I had the burnt end appetizer. Emily got like fried okra.
Oh
and
shit, this place is fucking big, man.
Yeah, they have a big outside seating area. It was a good place. It was just some place we found random too.
You know how I look at the places to go if I don't know if this is a good place to go, I look at the parking lot. If parking lot is full, that's the place to be. Not on rush hour. Like when parking lot full on a random day, it's a good place to go.
So the parking wasn't full, but it was a decent amount of people in there.
Yeah, or when there's people inside.
There definitely was a decent amount of people. There was people outside. They had like people outside playing cornhole and shit like that. Like, it was a nice place.
How was
good.
the accents of people?
There wasn't a big North Carolina accent. I mean, actually, I'm lying. Never mind. Let me pull back. I'm lying massively. Now, I say that because I'm around my friends and I'm used to their accents. I don't like see it anymore. I don't hear it anymore and I see it. But then I will say this, and we weren't around a lot of people. That's what it was. It was just mostly us hanging out. But we did, bro. These motherfuckers know everybody. We'd go somewhere and it's just such a small place, and they'd run into like 3 people that they know. Like even just driving by somewhere, they'd see someone they knew, right? And we were at Walmart, and One of my friends, one of the brothers was talking to some old dude that he knew, and then the other one was talking to like some guy they knew from work. And man, yeah, they had some thick Southern accents, you know.
Where
But
did
it,
you stay? Where did you stay?
so the area I stayed was in Burlington.
Was it an Airbnb?
Airbnb.
Was it decent?
Yeah, bro, it was very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. The outside was like a normal little house. The only thing I have to complain about is there's actually two things. So one thing was like the sheets weren't like they were freshly clean, nothing smelled or anything, but there was like visual dust on them and stuff. And then it's on like a main road right off of a highway, and it used to be, you can tell it used to be like a old mobile home that they like fixed up really nice. And so it's got thin walls, and so you hear every car like boom boom. And at least it's not a main area, so there's not a shit ton of cars at night when you're trying to go to sleep, but you can definitely hear it in the morning. But the house was in like nice shape, like freshly remodeled and stuff. They had a foosball table, but the sticks were on backwards, so we were kind of frustrated with that. And it was like not smooth, like you had to like fucking force all the sticks. It was not a fun.
No W40 on them.
No. But the house was nice. The house was nice. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I had 2 living rooms with a TV that I plugged my PlayStation in and stuff.
Oh, you took it with you?
Mm-hmm. As we were playing like Mortal Kombat and stuff.
Oh, they stayed over?
Yeah,
for a couple of nights?
they were there the whole time with us.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So one of them has a wife and kids, and his wife is actually the kids were like staying with grandma and grandpa, I think, for the weekend. Wife just kind of hung out, did her own thing, and he stayed with us. She hung out with us a little bit, and then the other one, he's a single. We were there for both of their birthdays though.
Oh, nice.
One of their birthdays is I think today actually, or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Today's the 18th. I think his is tomorrow. And Jesse's was, I think, Saturday or Sunday.
Did you run into anyone that was more like gentrified, like looks wise, or is it more like good old country boys type of deal?
So when I went to Greensboro, definitely a lot of diversity there.
Okay.
Definitely a lot of diversity. Like we went to the arcade, and it's actually majority of the people there were black and Hispanic and like minorities, I guess you could say. There's a lot of people there that were not white. But in the area that I was staying, like Burlington, the town 20 miles east. All white people. I mean, you went anywhere, it was just white people.
I see what you're saying.
I mean...
Now, did you feel like...
The Walmart was the first place I went to. I was like, oh, my peoples.
Yeah. Did anybody treat you any differently?
No, I didn't run into that. I also didn't have many encounters. Like, I wasn't doing that much stuff. We spent a lot of time just kind of eating and hanging out.
Were you eating, like, cooking there on the spot, or...?
No, so I was going to cook one of the days, but we were only there for, like, 2 solid days, right? We got there Friday, and then we left Monday in the afternoon or whatever. So, I mean, we weren't really there for that long. We kind of just ate out, and they wanted to take us to a bunch of different places. Like, they have this bunch of different fast food chains that we don't have here that are actually pretty good.
What is it?
So, have you ever had Bojangles chicken?
Bojangles chicken, yeah, I've had that.
Fire.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty fucking good for a fast food place.
It's like southern, like, you know how, like, here...
Like, you will not get chicken that crunchy and well seasoned at any other fast food place.
Yeah.
That's simple as that.
It's because here we have KFC, Popeyes, and Churches, right? But the thing is, KFC, like, it's all like fucking racial, right? Like, KFC is more white people, and then Popeyes, you get the fucking mix, and then Churches is all like black people. You know what I mean? That's how it is here. But over there, no, like the Bojangles and things like that, they're fucking, everybody gets it because it's so fucking good.
Yeah, Bojangles is fire. I actually was not expecting like the fried chicken to be that good, and the biscuits, fire.
Yeah.
Biscuits were fire.
They know how to do it over there.
Yeah, they make good shit. And then they had another place. We didn't actually eat food there, but called Cookout. We like stopped to get milkshakes or whatever. But that's like one of their like staples of like you can go there like 3-4 a.m. That's like the drunk place you go to, but it's got like actually have decent food and you can get anything there.
Did you end up going at night and go out at night or no?
So the only place we went to at night really was we went out for my buddy's birthday to that bowling place. So it's this place called Round One. If you want to look it up, Mickey, it's this huge place on the outside, like connected to their mall that they have in Burlington, and it's like this place with a bowling alley and then like a full size fucking arcade. And the cool part is like after 10 o'clock 18 and older, and then after 12 o'clock it's only 21 and older.
Oh shit, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, so you don't have a lot of kids running around. I mean, they can have kids if they're with their dads or they're with their parents. They have to be with an adult that's 25 or older to stay after that.
So, but you didn't go to like any bars or nightclubs or anything like that?
No. The closest thing we went to a bar was one of the restaurants that we went to that was kind of like a bar/restaurant. That had like it was like a cocktail restaurant basically. We didn't really go out like that. Like I said, I mean, we weren't there for long either, but we went to like a ramen spot. That was pretty good.
How was that?
It was pretty good. Not
So
the
North
best.
Carolina knows how to cook ramen, huh?
Yeah, they have a lot of diversity around there. To be honest, like I wasn't expecting that many like, a lot of like, Southeast Asia people,
Like
you know,
Vietnamese, Cambodian, Laotian
yeah,
food.
and then also like Latinos, a decent amount of like Mexican restaurants. There's a lot. We actually went to one that was like in the middle of in the middle of nowhere, and it was fucking good.
Fire, right?
It was really good. It was actually the birria tacos, best ones I've had. Best ones I've had.
I think it has to do with the food itself, because North Carolina is pretty like fruitful land there, you
Mhm.
know. Because, and I think if they're getting especially local meat, like
Yeah, I did notice something that from what I've heard, they're more strict on the way people drive there, and
Yes.
I think you know what I think it is the lack of people.
hmm yeah,
So it's
they can
like
enforce
the cops have to work.
it.
You know what I
Isn't it
mean?
North Carolina where you gotta fucking? Is it North Carolina, or maybe I'm mistaken here? Where you gotta fucking go to the right to take a left. One of the states is like that. You have to like go to the right, take a left. It's like a roundabout.
No, no. Oh, South Carolina has a lot of roundabouts.
Yeah.
Like I remember, we were actually in the car. We either were on the way there or leaving, one or the other, and my buddy called us and was like, "Hey, where you guys at?" And I was like, "I don't know, where we at, baby?" And the thing that the GPS said something about a roundabout, and he goes, "Oh, I bet you guys are in South Carolina," because I guess there's a bunch of roundabouts there.
I don't know what state it is. There's one of the states is known for it. Like you can't take a left turn. You have to like take a right, and it's kind of like a ramp that takes you to the left.
I don't know, but I enjoyed it. We ate a bunch. We drank a little alcohol, had some fun, just hung out. What else did we eat? I don't know. Oh,
Well,
I had my first like fresh cinnamon roll, like from Cinnabon.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had one of those, bro? Have you ever had like a fresh cinnamon roll? Like every time I've had a cinnamon roll, it's one of those bullshit ones in the pack, like it's
Cinnamon delights.
like a fucking like the ones we got at IKEA that one day or something bullshit like that. Like, bro, a fresh one, hot, warm, still that shit's fire. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time you
I don't
feeling
like
fat,
anything with cinnamon, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I like cinnamon. I really like cinnamon.
Fuck with cinnamon.
But the trip was good. Bought some stuff for the office. Got a new little mouse pad at the mall. We didn't like do too much though, really. Like I said, we kind of just more hung out and ate food, and that was really it. What else did we eat? We ate some other.
And you were
food.
the only ones that went there for the birthday?
Yeah, we kind of just. I've been trying to go over there for a little while to go visit them, and then when I heard their birthdays were coming up, I was like, let's do it for that. And then it also gave me and Emily an opportunity to get a little vacation. So it was just a good opportunity to go over there. It all kind of just lined up correctly. Their birthdays are like right next to each other. It's crazy. One of them lost like a bunch of weight. He's looking real slim. He used to be like 250 pounds. He's like 190 now.
Oh shit!
100,
How did they
pounds.
do it? Just diet?
Fucking being
Not eating Bojangles?
Being frugal, yeah, being frugal. That's from what I know of.
So how's the job situation over there? How do people make money?
That's something that I was pointing out to with Emily. I was like, man, you don't see nice cars. Like the nicest car you're gonna see is a new truck. You know, people don't make a lot of money out there. Things are definitely cheaper. Gas is cheaper. It's about 50 cents cheaper than it is here.
Oh shit! Okay.
So even for premium. So like we put premium in our cars, the new turbo cars. So, over here you're looking at close to $4 almost sometimes, from 380 to.
How was the car? Pretty
$4.
economic on the drive.
Bro, her car. I don't have the picture. She has.
By the way, you asked me. Remember, I'm getting 22 miles per gallon
22.
on average.
So her car was getting between 37 and 39.
Get the fuck out, bro! It's like damn near driving a hybrid. Holy shit!
Yeah, her car was getting between. Actually, I'm lying. When we were going real fast, it would hit about 35 sometimes. But between 35 and then when we were going like in a certain area where we had to go like 60, and we were being really frugal and going like 60, 65, but it was consistent, it hit 39.
Yeah, because remember that Mercedes I had, the Renault? That was a hybrid, and I was getting 32.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's heavy.
I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Shit's hybrid and it's
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
32. And this car is getting fucking...
Yeah, it's
damn
got a
near 40 miles per gallon.
1.5.
That's
liter
that's
four-cylinder.
economic.
Yeah, it is really economic. And then she gets like 33, 32 normal.
In the city, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was on the
Damn.
highway, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
My car would never do that. But she also has a really small gas tank. Her gas
10
tank,
gallons.
12.
Okay.
Mine
Well, that's
is-
normal for smaller cars.
Small cars will sometimes even still do like 14 at least. But my car's 15.9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine is 16 something.
Yeah. But her car, I'm so happy we took her
What's
car.
the gas thing on yours? Yours got to be about a 10, right,
I
Miggy?
don't pay attention to that. You guys are playing a different game here.
Yeah.
It's just the
You guys are min-maxing.
I mean, nobody knows that until they look it up. It's not like I knew it before I bought the car. Like,
Yeah.
You guys are keeping track of that shit every fucking time you guys go on a trip. You guys go to Publix. Oh, that's my miles per gallon. It's like, I don't give a fuck.
well, I'm just paying attention because I just got the car and I was like, I'm kind of curious on what
Yeah.
you're wasting.
You've been keeping track since you got the car. How long ago?
A month and a half.
So for a month and a half, you've been keeping track.
Yeah, bro, that's what you do. I mean,
Yeah.
I do that shit
Yeah,
all
dude,
the
that's
time,
what you
bro.
do. You're
All
a
the
fucking
time.
boomer.
What? None of us, neither of us are boomers.
He's a damn near boomer.
No, he's
Oh.
not.
He's contaging into you.
No, he's not. You act like boomers are still 50
Yeah,
years
yeah.
old. No, they're 60 now.
You're competing.
Yeah, they're fucking 60.
You
Boomers
guys
are fucking
you guys-
60.
You guys are keeping track on a leaderboard to see who gets better miles per gallon.
No, it's
You
not
guys are
good who gets
fucking
better
boomers.
gas per mile. Like, you kind of want to know where you at, you know?
Yeah,
what
I'm not
saying?
competing. I just
Who
want to know.
cares, dude? Just gas the car. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. You just throw your money and gas the car.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
throw your
You
money.
really think I'm gonna think?
This is
I'm
what's
just
coming.
gonna be
He
going
drives a
on the road.
roller, bro. That shit probably getting 45 miles a gallon when he's stepping on it. You know, that's why he's like, I don't give a fuck. I got money to spend.
No, it's not like that either, bro. But it's just like I don't pay attention to that shit. If I need to go somewhere, I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm not gonna be sitting there like, oh my God.
Yeah, you also don't gas your roller.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit slower so that I can save a couple miles per gallon. It's like it's not worth it. I'm already late to most of the things. Anyway.
Yeah, like I said, like, you don't gas your roller like that.
Now,
What do you mean
over.
you don't gas your roll up.
I'm saying like you don't like floor it. You
I
don't
allegedly
constantly.
go at least 5 to 10 miles the speed limit. Maybe a
No,
little
that
bit more,
doesn't
but that's
mean you're
only
gassing the roller. Gassing the roller is when you're fucking trying to speed up from one red light to another red light, trying to beat everyone in traffic.
And enjoying your car.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. Overall, what would you rate the trip? 1 to 10 scale.
It's an average.
Like a 5,
I give it a 4.7.
4.7.
Yeah.
What would you
Because
rate?
it wasn't like I've like and you when you put it in the scale of a lot of the vacations I've had, you can't.
So what would be the highest, like, so I can get a sense?
Come on, bro.
Like the best and the worst.
You gotta ask that question, bro.
Well,
You don't
there's,
gotta ask that
there's
question.
been
You-
weddings, you
You
know.
don't gotta ask that question, bro. We can move on from this.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, so we're on the
Yeah.
same wavelength. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I mean, how can you beat that?
No, you can't.
You can't beat that.
No, I can.
No, you
Yeah,
can't.
obviously.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You know why?
Yeah, no, I can't.
Because we're all not there.
Yeah,
That's why you can't.
yeah,
beat
you can't. You can't. You really can't.
it.
Yeah,
Is you sniffing your cologne right now?
yeah bro.
You fucking crackhead, is man.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how it develops, bruh.
Nigga, bro, he's like, reminds me of her.
Bro, he's in the middle of conversation. Is it sticking? How's it drying? How's
Yep.
it drying?
How is it developing?
Yeah.
So you say it's a 4.7, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. That's for sure.
Now, if
but
your
it
friends
wasn't.
weren't there, what would it be?
If my friends weren't there, I wouldn't have gone on that vacation. We
No,
would have done
you
something
know.
differently.
Okay, so
Right.
that wouldn't even fucking be on the
That
scale.
wouldn't. Yeah, me and Emily would have gone to like a mountain somewhere and like did
So,
stuff.
so basically,
like,
what you're saying is that
more excursion type of style.
Yeah, so-
vacation.
He was trying to be on a Shrek tee.
no, what you're saying is like it would be a 0, but my friends made it 5, basically.
Yeah, because we would just be sitting in the town, going and eating food,
Yeah.
and not really like doing any kind of scenery type of. That vacation was really let's go relax, just hang out.
It was
and
a,
I
it
want
was
to
a
spend.
vacation, not a trip.
Yeah, it was more just take a little vacation over the weekend with hang out friends and relax.
Like just chill. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. What about you, Miggy? What's the best vacation you've had? Like that you would put it, and what would you rate it
You
at?
know what? I think I would have to rate the wedding higher a little, higher, but pretty close, because it was so long. It
was.
was cool to be out there for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, enjoying
was.
that.
Because I was there for damn near 9 days. Yeah, all of us were there damn near 9 days, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks, man.
Yeah. What about you, Miggy?
I think the cruise.
The-
Cruise is.
Which
one
one?
that we
Which
went
one?
on?
Emily's
Yeah,
cruise?
Yeah, the one with fucking 75
70
people.
people.
On the motherfucker.
I was just
That's pretty insane.
I just thought of the day we woke up, Jay, or not we, but Rodolfo woke you up. I was just thinking about that the other day. I started busting out laughing. And he was like, "What the fuck are you laughing about?" I just, I'll never forget that.
That was a
shit.
violation, bro.
It was a violation, but you're hanging out with a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah.
And you pick the one that likes to touch men the most when he gets drunk,
And I had
your roommate.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not was that I picked. That was
But
just
it's the one you
last
got.
minute. Yeah,
It's the one you
and
got.
then I had the Darth Vader on my face.
Yeah. You ripped that mask off so fucking fast, bro. That shit was hilarious. At the same time, it was traumatizing.
I haven't been fucking using that shit lately.
No?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever thought about getting like the surgery to like remove your
It's not
your,
that, man. It's my
tonsils
neck.
and
My
stuff?
neck is too big. It collapses.
I know,
basically.
but that'll help with the space, like removing your tonsils and your
Nah.
adenoids, I think is what it is.
Yeah, fuck it. It's just.
But you don't think like, do you ever get tired? Do you take naps after work sometimes, don't you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, don't you think like you wouldn't maybe be tired and stuff?
Nah,
like,
man, I think
maybe
it's just-
sleeping better and shit like that.
think
Because
it's
I
just
feel like
my
that's
lifestyle.
one of the only things I liked monitoring when I had like a smartwatch or some kind of smart device that I wore was my sleep. Was because I did notice that when I had a restless night of sleep, like I felt like shit the next
Yeah.
day.
You know what's another thing when you have a shit night of sleep? That next day, all you want to do is fucking eat, because your body's trying to compensate for the calories because you're so tired.
Energy, yeah.
Energy, yeah.
You want to just sit around and sleep
yeah,
and eat.
yeah. But anytime I get to that, I usually take about a 1 hour nap, and then I'm okay. But
You don't drink caffeine, do you?
No, not at all. This last one, there was one that I had bad sleep at night, and literally, I've never had that before. I was like fucking shaking.
Yeah.
Like I was shaking. That's how tired I was. It was a shit night of sleep, but it is what it is. I think I didn't just practice enough jiu-jitsu. I didn't get tired on jiu-jitsu, and then night wasn't that great, and it was just all at once. But
I have this weird shit where certain medications give me like sleep anxiety, like restless sleep. I can't fucking sit still in bed.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
restless leg syndrome, yeah.
Yeah, I can't sit still. It's like the weirdest shit ever, man. It's the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah.
This is weird, but I have to cross my feet a lot of the time when I sleep.
Cross your feet. Well, how do you sleep? On your back, side, belly?
These are my legs instead of being straight like this.
On your back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm on my back, I have to cross my feet.
My thing's been, bro, like,
And then if I'm like downwards, I have to bring up one of my legs.
yeah. My thing is, I always sleep on my belly. I never can sleep on my side or on my back. My thing's been lately fucking just shoving the blanket between my legs and just like really like damn near putting a fucking triangle in the like like a half guarding the damn blanket, and it just puts me to sleep. But if I don't have the opportunity to do that on night when I get cold, because I gotta shove the entire blanket to give that nice little volume. But if it's like I gotta cover up and only have like half of it, it don't work.
Isn't it weird how as we grow older and older, we still keep like all these little habits that we had when we were little kids? Like I'm someone who has changed the way I sleep many times. Like I used to, like at one point in time I'd sleep on my stomach, then on my back, then on my side, like, and I'll go through like periods, right? I've slept on my side though for like the past few years, but like this whole thing of like how even when we're babies, we like to do this shit and like get close to our core kind of, and do the same thing with our legs. Like we bring our legs close to each other, and people still do that like till the day they die.
Yeah,
I like to grab my nutsack when I sleep because it's the warmest place I could find.
I'm about to out my girl on something. She does the same shit as a woman. She like puts her hands here and goes to sleep. It's the weirdest shit. All the time I like grab, like I'll go to like cuddle with her and I'll see where her hand is to like grab it, and I'll just find it fucking tucked in there
inside the pants.
Yeah, she's.
Oh my god, that's another level.
This girl sleeps like this.
That's gangster.
No, I don't do that. Mine is usually like arm under the pillow, my head on top, and then this arm right here, like this. It's
I gotta. That's another thing. I gotta keep in the hand on my face when I sleep. Like
I just throw myself in my bed, find a comfortable position, call it out. Yeah.
Like I wish I could sleep on my back. I've tried, man. I just can't fall asleep on my back. I just keep waking up.
Specific pillow for that. You gotta find the pillow for you.
I think it's about like training your body enough to do it. So what you need to do is like every so often when you're like so like for example,
Super tired and just
there you go. Because there's times you just knock out in any position, trust me. And so, like, for example, it happens to me. Like, I could probably train myself to sleep on my back pretty easily because when I get home from work, I can fall asleep in any position.
Yeah.
I'll throw myself in that bed and I just fall asleep. And so, I purposely sometimes will do it on my back, and I just fall asleep.
I'm gonna
just
try
like
that. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, when
So-
you're really tired and you like could fall asleep, and however, just purposely make yourself fall asleep on your back. You're probably gonna move, but I mean, what can you do past that? You know, you can only do so much.
Yeah, I'll try that. Now, Miggy, you didn't say what would you rate that trip, the cruise? What would you?
That's my 10.
That's your 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before that, it was another cruise.
Yeah. So what would be like the next trip that you think might outdo it?
I might do it.
Yeah.
Any trip.
Any trip you think might outdo it? Because I mean, we've
Any
been to
trip,
Vegas
bro.
after
You
that.
can make
Vegas didn't outdo
You
it.
can make any trip fun, bro.
I liked Vegas. I enjoyed Vegas.
Vegas was fun. Vegas was fun. I think I'd put Vegas at about a 6, solid 6. I'd put Vegas. at that.
Vegas for me is like a 7.4.
Yeah.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah. The reason I would put it at 6, only reason I would put it at 6, because
You've
we
been
didn't.
to a lot of places.
Yeah, but also we didn't go that heavy drinking, because that's my way of going out, is that heavy drinking where you're like out there till fucking 4 or 5 in the morning,
I have
just still
acid
fucking
reflux,
around.
bro. I can have like 3
He
drinks.
said I
Yeah.
have acid reflux.
The acid reflux comes from not finding the correct drink for you, because I do that. If I drink American whiskey, forget it. If I drink rum, forget it. If I drink cognac, forget it.
Yeah, but what the fuck do I have to find? Vodka?
Vodka,
Vodka
or
It's the clear
clean
liquors.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Clean whiskey like whiskey scotch is pretty good.
It's the clear liquors, to be honest, mostly.
Yeah.
So things like vodka,
Tequila.
tequila.
Yeah, and not mixing it. Not like if
Bro,
I drink a margarita, I'm fucked.
You know what's weird is we got a bottle of Casamigos. Actually, Emily still has it. I'm gonna have you take a shot of it, and you're gonna tell me if that shit tastes like Casamigos or not.
Okay.
It's sweet as shit.
Okay.
And even mixing it with stuff, it would like ruin the whole drink.
Is it
Like
one of those special ones?
even the cranberry juice that we got over there, like didn't have like a tartness to it. It was like watered down sweet cranberry juice. It was
Bro,
weird.
I bet because it's a southern state, man. When they drink iced tea. You ever had Southerner make you an iced tea? So I used to work with this guy at Macaroni
I don't
Grill.
drink iced tea, so
They would not let him, because in the morning when you come in to open a restaurant, no, not Macaroni, Bennigan's. When you open a restaurant, you have to prepare everything, such as make the coffee, make the tea, unsweet tea and sweet tea. We would not let him make the sweet tea, bro, because he would make the sweet tea, and while the tea was still hot, he would just dump so much sugar in it that it would dilute, and then it would still have some on the bottom. But as that sweet tea went cold, that sugar would crystallize on the fucking bottom. That's how much sugar he put in there. In southern states, people from southern states love the fucking sweet drinks, and I think this is why that cranberry was a little bit different on a taste flavor
I don't
profile.
know.
They used to complain at the restaurant that I used to work at that we didn't make the tea sweet enough.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah,
And it was
because
pretty fucking sweet.
like the
Like,
Southerners
they
would make
pour, like a whole entire like jug.
jug. Yeah. This guy would
Whole
just
jug
dump
of sugar, bro.
sugar in there, bro. Like it's going out of fucking
Why do you
style.
think we don't have here in Florida? Like when you go to Central Florida, like in the landlocked
yeah.
areas, you'll find people with the southern accent.
the redneck accent?
Yeah,
Because it's more,
but
it's more country in that area. And
yeah, right. So and especially you go into areas like Jacksonville and like the Panhandle, and you'll start to get those accents. But why do you think that on like the coast areas, Orlando, Daytona, and then you have our side like Tampa Bay, and then Naples and Miami.
Well, Miami
Lauderdale.
is Hispanic, bro. That's a different accent completely.
Still though, I'm just saying like the white people
I
don't
blame
have,
New York. I blame New
don't
York.
have that southern accent.
I blame
You blame
New
New
York, northern states, because everybody comes down here for fucking. Everyone comes down here to retire, basically, right? And everyone comes down here for vacation. So I think the English kind of cleared up, because most
To
of
the
the time,
northern style English.
yeah, to more northern style English, and plus, so the best way I can describe it is like when you go to Colombia, Spanish is very easy to understand, but when you go to Dominican Republic, it's completely different. Like it's very
Well,
but that's what I'm.
it all
saying.
just depends on where you're from.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like traditional, not average Dominican language would be like Georgia or Southerners talking, and then us would be more like Colombians talking. But it's still same language, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't bad, bro. Wait till go to like Minnesota's and shit, and Arkansas and all of those states. Forget it, bro. Like that one, I do not understand what the fuck they're saying.
I personally like it. It makes it sound like every white girl's has a crush on me because of the way they talk.
Yeah, the shug part.
Whether
yeah.
it's an old woman or not, I don't care.
Yeah, well, that
Sugar,
little bit, yeah,
honey,
yeah.
I love it all.
But that little bit of accent is okay. But when you go to Arkansas or Mississippi or any of those, bro, like like you literally do not understand what the fuck they're saying to
Yeah,
you. Like you
I've had
don't
that.
get it.
I've had the encounter before of not understanding what they're saying at all.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's the same thing with Hispanics too. Like, bro, Rodolfo can't understand Emily's grandpa.
Well,
whatsoever.
And nobody can understand Emily's grandpa.
I can understand him.
Yeah,
You gotta be enough. You gotta be around long enough.
Yeah.
It's like a toddler just learning the language they're around.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
And plus,
And even to this day, I still don't understand some stuff. But
yeah, the grandpa speaks completely different, man. Completely different.
like Miguel can understand him because he's been around that Cuban mumble for long enough.
I've been
Yeah.
around those phrases.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The dialect, the words.
They talking sometimes phrases and shit.
Yeah, it's like, for example, todos los lados. We don't say that. We say todo lado. En todo lado.
Todo lado.
En
But Colombians
todo
would say
lado.
todos los
Exactly.
lados,
Like, we
yeah.
shorten it up to as much as we can. You know, like, literally we took half the syllables
ain't nobody
away.
Got time for
Yeah, ain't
fucking saying the
nobody
whole
got
shit.
time for all that shit.
If you understand
It's
me,
kind of like what's up, right?
Yeah.
What's up? What is happening? That's the what's up, right? Like we just
Or doctor. Like,
Yeah.
just little things like that. But we do it a lot.
yeah.
We do it a
In
lot.
Dominican Republic, yes.
you
Yes.
can almost make the
I think you win that game.
You
Like
can-
no one wins that game in Hispanic community. Dominicans do.
you can
Cubans win it because they make up their own words.
Well,
out of
no.
nowhere.
If you're gonna go that route, that's Puerto Ricans.
No.
That's
They
Puerto
barely
Ricans,
speak
bro.
Spanish.
Puerto Ricans
you can
are.
you can make the comparison that Dominican, Cuban, Spanish is almost like Jamaican patois, like the way they speak.
Mhm.
Like it's English, like you can understand it if you're like listening, but there's some things.
Oh, I
that
see
are
what you.
not
I see where you're
the
going.
Same.
Like Jamaican English, yeah.
Like the way they
Rasclat,
speak it.
bomboclat.
Yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Miggy, what would you think would be your next trip that you would go on that might outdo the cruise?
Like I said, like anything can outdo it. Like
No. Like
obviously not.
legitimately, because I mean, that cruise is not gonna get outdone if we decide to go to Georgia today to Savannah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, hell no, that's not getting outdone.
It's just the amount of planning that shit took is insane.
well,
It did take a lot of planning.
yeah, but like, you know, what do you think would outdo your trip?
Georgia?
No,
Yeah,
no.
Not Georgia, but I'm saying my
Yeah,
North
top 10.
Carolina.
No, top 10.
Oh, like the wedding or Colombia?
Yeah.
Like a Europe trip.
Europe
Or
trip or Japan, something like that. I
Japan.
think that would be like a cultural shock. I think that would be the factor on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Euro
I
trip,
would
if we
so
do
much
everything
dumb
right,
shit, dude. Every time we would do some crazy shit in Japan, people were gonna be like dumb.
no, I think they're used to that shit. They're just gonna call you gaijin and then just move on.
Yeah,
But
sure enough.
I don't know. I feel like there's something about the tropical environment that it's hard to
Bro,
beat.
yeah, that's just a straight up party. Like you're
Yeah.
just in that environment and all you want to do, wake up and party. Like I don't even know how people work there. Like to be honest, I don't really know how do you work there. Cause like everything is just like fucking pina coladas and pineapple drinks. You know what I mean? Like how the fuck do you even find
Yeah,
time
you
to
can't
work?
beat that.
No,
You can't beat that
just
shit.
laying around lazy, just doing fuck shit throughout the day. You never really get sober. You know what I mean? It's just this is like a consistent buzz. You wake up with a buzz and you go to sleep with a buzz. Like it just never leaves the system.
I don't know what would outdo that, man. I
Apparently,
mean,
Estonia is a pretty chill place.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck though.
That's true.
It's cold as fuck. Like they only have maybe like 2 weeks of summer.
you know what I think could outdo that is one of those vacations where we like go to one of those hotels that's like the rooms are on top of the water and shit. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but then you'll be like the third day. You'll be like, all right, man, I get it.
We'll be doing plenty of stuff. I'd
Yeah.
hope so.
Are you talking about like the Cayman Island shit that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm,
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
I
Dude,
but I think
I
this
would
Euro trip
figure,
that we're trying to
I
take
would
this summer.
figure out shit to do there, dude. Just being in the middle of the
Yeah,
ocean and a
you can go
fucking,
ATVing. You can
there's
go
an
to the
island
water.
somewhere.
You can go
You're
to
gonna be
the
walking around there. You're gonna be taking pictures. You're gonna be fucking
waterfall. You can go
exploring.
fishing. You can go just to the beach and shit like that.
I think this Euro
You can
trip.
Snorkeling.
make a campfire for no reason.
If you can make it, if you can make it to this Euro trip, I think this Euro trip is gonna be badass.
Yeah, I
then you're
can't
gonna
wait.
we're gonna experience at least 3 different cultures. At least, you know, I don't know how we'll do 4, but at least
When
3
is it?
different culture.
The end of the year.
September, October-ish.
How much? How much are you guys trying to drop?
Well, it's
Well,
be
it's
expensive.
gonna be really up to you. Like the most expensive thing probably gonna be the ticket. To be
the
honest,
flights. Yeah.
How
the
much?
flight. An average ticket is usually between
1500?
$800 to $1,200.
So I can, do first class for 15.
No, the first class you won't. If you want to do premium economy, those are usually 2,200. Business class will be around 4,000. First class will be about 7.
Sheesh. No, never mind. That's my whole budget right there.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Your whole budget can
You
like
do premium economy.
if you do premium economy, your whole budget should be around 4,000. But if you're doing regular like seats, you should be able to like get around with 3. I think that should be. Because within Europe, the flights are super cheap, like $90 to fly from one country to another country. It's super cheap, and or taking the fast train. You know what I mean? We can, that'll take time.
Which 3 countries you guys are going to?
Well, the question here is where
You
we're
guys
gonna
haven't-
land,
You
and
guys
then
haven't decided yet.
Lithuania for sure, and then they're talking Austria, Italy, and then France.
Austria would be cool to go to the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think we might end up cutting Austria out or one of the cities out because Emily wants to do Paris. At least for one day, she wants to do Paris because her mom wants to do Paris.
Paris.
Yeah, it might end up being that groups
Paris?
will go different. It just depends. But they definitely want to do Italy, Lithuania because we got an event. I don't want to just say what it is, but I'll tell you later. But that's where the Lithuania is. Then Italy, because everyone wants to fucking eat some good ass fucking pasta and gelato. You know what I'm saying? Like Italy's like been a staple, and then France is good. But the problem with France is there's so much shit to do. Like I don't think we're gonna have enough time in France to even explore a little portion or little.
Yeah, I feel like
part
if
of
I
it.
go to France and I see the Eiffel Tower and then I was like, I don't know, I didn't do shit. I'd want to come back.
Yeah, so it's the Arc de Triomphe and then Eiffel Tower and then what? And they're pretty well spread out from each other. And then first time in a city,
What is it? The Gates of Versailles? Is that
yeah,
over
Arc de
France?
Triomphe.
That's what it is.
The Napoleon's arch.
Yeah, that
And
thing.
it's like it's just a fucking road, right? You saw it, you took a picture, and that's
It's
it.
like the Vegas sign.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah, there's just so much culture. Like you need a whole fucking week trip in France just to experience anything. But like going to like Florence, for example, in Italy, not even Rome or none of those big cities, right? Just going to Florence and then doing like Madrid. You know what I mean? They're big, but they're small enough. They're concentrated enough where you can see stuff. You might not have enough time to go to museums and do all that shit because that takes time. But like to walk around and just do shit.
When I think of France, the first thing that comes up is a picture of the Eiffel Tower, maybe like at a base where there's like it's like a concrete base. It's flat and there's. Just
You
a
know
bunch
what's
of
even
people there.
cooler than that? The fucking southern coast, bro. That Monaco, the Costa Azul, what they call the cons, and then the cons for sure. Like that area, bro, is one of the most scenic routes I've ever seen. Like it's like completely different.
You guys don't know where you guys are gonna be going in Italy?
It's gonna be on the same trip.
Yeah. But what, you guys are just passing by, basically?
No, we'll spend 3 days there.
And
So
then
we're
Italy?
planning 3 days in each country, you know. So it's gonna be a very, very rapid trip, you know, like gonna be in and out, in and out, in and out, you know. So, well Lithuania,
That's the fancy ass place that everybody wants to go to. I think it's in Italy. It's by the coast. There's water.
Sicily, Vatican,
No, not
Vatican
Sicily.
City.
No. It's like a water. I'll try and look it up. Andrew Schultz got married there, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but in Lithuania you shouldn't have any trouble because you're gonna have a actual guide.
Something coast.
You'll have a guide there, which one of us will take you, show you everything around. It's gonna be very quickly. In one day, I'll show you everything you need to see about Lithuania. You know,
Uh,
Mon- no, I don't know. I don't know which one you're talking about, honestly. But I think, well, we'll see because they're planning a 15-day trip, right? So 15 days, because you gotta kind of think about it. It's gonna be 1 day of travel both ways. So now you have only 13 days. Now you gotta squeeze 5 countries in
I gotta
13 days.
buy another expense I have to think about is buying uh, a laptop, like a MacBook before
Wow.
I go, because I'm gonna have to work while I'm there, more than
Yeah.
likely. Yeah, for sure.
Amalfi Coast.
Amalfi Coast, yeah. Amalfi Coast is badass, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down, dude. Like, you could get some fucking.
So
sick
Amalfi
pictures
Coast
there.
is on the same stretch as Cannes and Monaco. It's on the same stretch. It's the same coast of Mediterranean. Yeah, like all of those little tiny towns you pass by look exactly like this.
I'd like to. I'd like to visit there, get my $20 water and dip type of deal, because I know that place is expensive as fuck.
Bro, like you'd be surprised. Like Europe, it can get as expensive as the United States, even more. Like for example, if you take in Monaco, talking Monaco, Monaco is expensive as shit, but that's Monaco. You know what I mean? Um, but like people talk about Amalfi Coast, and there's a specific city they'll go to in Amalfi Coast, but the fucking neighboring city right next door is like 180% less expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just not as famous.
Not as famous, exactly.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but so JFK, what you got, Miggy, for us?
So ChatGPT spit out newly available documents are accessible. Blah blah blah. The collection encompasses materials from the Warren Commission's 1964 investigation, which concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in the assassination. Despite this conclusion, public speculation about potential conspiracies involving entities like the Mafia, CIA, or Cuban exiles has persisted over the decades. While many of these documents have been
Bro,
previously
stop for a minute. You see how that's giving you Mafia, CIA, and Cuban, but they're not talking about one nation that was also involved in this.
Russia?
Israel, Mossad. The reason being is, and I'll tell you why. So,
Alright, you caught my attention.
so Mafia, why? Because Mafia, when they pretty much went to Mafia and said, help JFK get elected and we're not going to prosecute you, right? And then so when JFK got in, his brother became one of the people, one of the attorneys, state attorneys, and he didn't follow that rule. He went after the Mafia back then. So Mafia was involved in this. CIA was involved because at that time CIA was doing some fuck shit that Kennedy was gonna clean up. Now where comes in the Israel, back then Israel basically stole uranium from United States to make an atomic bomb. And at that time you were not allowed to do that. And the way they figured this shit out, I think it was the defense minister or somebody like that, I forget the name. He basically traced the uranium that they had in Israel, they made the bomb, to the soil that they got it from United States. Because you can trace that to where that uranium came from. And they traced it to the United States, and they're going to open up a case and like take that away. So they're saying that Mossad was also involved in the whole thing, but it doesn't say anything about Mossad. Why?
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see what's
You think
gonna
it's
go.
ChatGPT is showing bias towards Israel? Is what
I
you're
think
saying
so.
right now?
I think so.
So
Well, I don't know if
a little bit
ChatGPT is
more-
showing bias towards Israel. I think ChatGPT just not mentioning because that information has been very well erased. You know.
While many of these documents have been previously reviewed, the current release includes files that were either partially redacted or entirely withheld until now. The content sheds light on various aspects of the case, including Oswald's connection to Soviet and Cuban officials and the activities of intelligence agencies during the 1960s. However, experts anticipate that the release is unlikely to reveal a definitive smoking gun that would alter the established narrative of Oswald acting alone.
Yes. So Oswald, they're saying that Oswald was just a patsy, and the way these shots came, there had to be two shooters at least two shooters. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Now, what do you guys think? I think nation is kind of ready to say, yeah, government also fucks up, CIA fucked up, and I think once they're revealed that, I think people will be more prone to. At first, it'll be like, I don't trust CIA, but then it's gonna be like back up by saying, okay, they fuck up as well.
I don't think so, man. I don't think that we can allow the even if this did happen, it's like that thing you were saying the other day. Like even if it did happen, I don't want it to go out.
Yeah.
I think I feel kind of the similar way about
Yeah.
this, because nobody would ever trust these guys ever again.
Yeah,
They killed the president
Yeah.
of their own nation.
yeah, yeah. But then
That's
like,
something that they're not gonna wash under the rug. Bro.
or if they're even, or even if they're pretty confident that that's not gonna be the case, that's gonna leave a thread to pull on, and people are gonna pull on threads, and it's gonna reveal things that they don't want to know. So I don't know.
Like, how many people, believe that today that the CIA did have something to do with it?
It's pretty right now. It's pretty conclusive. People are pretty on board that CIA did it.
So then that also, argue that's a good argument against what I just said. If the majority of the people already are kind of convinced
Yeah.
that it did happen, what difference would it make?
Exactly.
That's another argument to make.
Yeah, yeah. So, but what do you think is more important, to find out who did this assassination or the Epstein files?
Could you repeat that again?
What do you think is more important for the American people to know?
Yeah, Epstein files or this
At this
assassination?
point, Epstein files.
I agree. I agree that Epstein files are a little more important because there are some people that
It's
were
so
involved in that.
it's so current that you have people that are still relevant today that are involved with that. I think so. I mean, who do you have today that's going to be relevant, involved with the CIA, that has something to do with JFK? Probably nobody.
Robert F. Kennedy.
But yeah, but Robert Kennedy, his dad got killed as well, just like the brother. But I think if anything, I think Epstein files will never see light of day, at least for another 50 years. You know what I mean? Because I think that's where that situation comes in, where it's like, no, we're not gonna fucking show these people, because if they're not there, there's gonna be a lot worse than if they're there with what they did. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be like a kind of like, big companies have the risk department, and they'll go to the risk department. Good example, a friend of ours, you guys know him. Mother had cancer, and they had insurance, and insurance cut. I said, we're not gonna insure anymore. So they ended up suing the insurance company, right? Clearly, before that all happened, they took it to the risk department. The risk department was said, okay, this is what's going to happen. We're going to continue paying for this, and we'll probably spend this much money. But if we cut this, we'll probably lose this much money. And losing that money was less than what would they spend, so they cut the insurance.
Yeah.
Right? And it was a choice, right, to make. And I think with Epstein files, it's a choice to make. What's going to be worse?
Now, Trump said at one point, remember, if I release these files, there's gonna the world's gonna go on fire. He said that at one point. What the fuck? The world's not gonna go on fire over them clarifying the fact that it was Oswald again.
Yeah, but the world is gonna go to fire in a sense that there are gonna be people that were involved, or organizations that were involved that currently exist. They're gonna be literally gonna chop down, but these organizations do other things that keep the fire away. So now, if you don't have them, who's gonna replace them, right? To keep the fire away. So I think that's it's kind of like it's a hard decision to make, man. I don't want to be one of those politicians deciding what's gonna happen. I really don't. I would not want to be Trump right now, or that lady, because she's like the highest person in a government, right? She just go to any of those 3 letters and tell them, give me the fucking files, and they can't say nothing. They have to give them the files. Why? Why haven't they done that yet? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of heads to be chopped off there if they don't listen to her, right? So clearly, there's something there that they're trying to figure out. There are probably rooms right now full of people trying to decide how to spin this the best way.
Sunday.
So I don't know, man. It's interesting. So ChatGPT, that's all ChatGPT has right now?
Yeah, I tried looking up a little more into.
Can you give it a prompt to see if, have you reviewed the documents, and what's the conclusions out of those documents?
That's what we just read.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we're at an hour here.
What did Israel have to do with this assassination?
What I looked up was
there's no credible evidence linking.
There is no credible evidence linking Israel to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Over the years, various conspiracy theories have emerged suggesting the involvement of different entities, including the CIA, mafia, and foreign governments. One such theory posits that Israel was involved in the assassination due to disagreements over its nuclear program.
There we go.
This claim is primarily based on the assertion that Kennedy opposed Israel's development of nuclear weapons, and that his assassination removed a significant obstacle to Israel's nuclear ambitions. However, these theories lack credible evidence and are generally considered blah blah blah. It's not real, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So as I said, I think ChatGPT, I don't think it's biased. I think it's just the information that he has.
It can gather.
Yeah, because he's giving you information from Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not going to have that stuff in
We're
there.
definitely going to have to look back in a couple
I think
more weeks because people are gonna
next
start
week
digging
this would be
and
another thing to
putting
bring up
putting things
together.
and,
Yeah.
you know, stringing the dots. And there's people that actually know and just dedicate their whole fucking life to this, that know exactly what those documents are talking about.
But they're usually discredited.
I
Yeah.
started opening up those documents and I'm just reading names and it's like, I don't know this person. What's this? I don't know this. And it's like just random shit. Like,
Yeah, which will take you down the rabbit hole trying to find out who these players are.
of interrogations or questions or
Yeah, that's
places
like
people have been, and it's like, I don't. What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
that's like giving all the tools to build a car to a caveman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Do
to
it.
me.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
You can just give me tools, and I
Yeah, because
I don't know where to start.
newest information is coming up about these Israeli Mossad agents that were there. I know this. I'm shifting the topic.
Imagine, before you go any deeper on that, imagine they actually there's multiple governments trying to shoot Kennedy, and it just happened to be that Israel planned their assassination the same.
They were all doing it at the
They're
same
just
time.
shooting at the same time.
Yeah.
One shot went off and like, no, we have to do it.
Yeah.
We have to be the ones.
Yeah.
Make sure it happens.
So there was this thing about 9/11. They were saying that there were 3 Mossad agents that were out there, like as the planes hit the fucking buildings. They were like literally celebrating, shouting, and this lady saw that and called the cops. Cops pulled them over, and they're like, "Wait a minute, we're not Palestinian or we're not fucking terrorists. We're Israeli. We're friends." And they let them go. And apparently they're saying that these guys were like Mossad agents and like had fake documents and all kinds of shit that were in the United States on fake documents. So they're saying that Israel might have been involved with the 9/11 as well. So with this whole anti-Israel thing, a lot of stuff is coming out on the conspiracy side. It's interesting to see how much of it is true and how much of it is lie, and if Israel is that involved, which I don't think they are. I don't. But if they are that involved, it's fucking it's scary. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So there's been releases, right? I guess throughout the years or whatever.
It's 113 tabs of documents, by the way.
Jesus fucking.
And this is
Christ.
like what the documents look like. Except I opened up the last one, and there's 150 PDF files in that one. But like, what the fuck can you get?
The attached article, which may be an interest of you, appeared.
Yeah, these are just like investigation paperwork that somebody filed.
Issue of the Italian Communist Party weekly. What is it? Weekly what?
Where are you reading?
In the fourth line.
Clipping of article: The Kennedy Murder and the Secret Services of the USA. So this is a clip of the article.
Yeah, so these are just
and
like
this is like super interesting stuff, like that you didn't know existed. These type of forms and shit, like Form 362. Like you don't know these type of things exist, but you don't know what the fuck they're for.
Yeah, because these are all internal documents, and you don't even know which one of these forms is which, and what is it talking about.
Super interesting. Like, whoa, secret.
Yeah.
The part that stands out to me is the Italian Communist Party weekly what? Rinsetta?
Yeah, so this has to do, I don't really know much, but if I had to guess, this has to do with the ties of communism to Lee Harvey Oswald. So
Yeah, they definitely investigated that part as well.
Deeply.
you got things like these. Discussion between member senior division and COS Helsinki concerning timetable of Oswald's stay in Helsinki.
Helsinki, yeah. That's the city in Europe.
And these are old ass files, dude.
Yeah.
Helsinki, isn't that Russia?
No. It's Helsinki is
That's one of the guys' names in La Casa de Papel, the Money Heist show.
Yeah, but Helsinki is a city in Europe.
Finland,
yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't be a bad place to visit either.
Yeah, no. Finland is pretty legit. It's just cold as shit there. Like, they don't have a summer. Like, these people do not have a summer at all.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to wait and see until some people analyze and break down the documents further than we can, you know, because...
Go to that big document, the one that's like 100 whatever pages you said.
This is 18. Psychological programs, Cuba, Second Latin America Youth Congress, possible retaliatory actions by Cuban government.
Yeah, no, there's not going to be anything interesting here. This is just the theories, and somebody sat down and typed up throughout their investigation.
Downgraded at 3-year intervals, declassified after 12 years.
Yeah, so this is not gonna be anything crazy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Find the one that you said something that's gonna be declassified after 50. Like shit like that would be like interesting to watch.
This one. Classified testimony part 2. Statement by Lieutenant General Joseph F. Carroll before the community. Let's see here. Statement by the Director for Use of the Staff of the Preparedness Investigating Subcommittee of Senator Stennis.
Okay.
It's a lot of shit, man.
That's a lot of fucking shit. Somebody sat there. You imagine writing this fucking thing?
Secret.
Do you think the people that like have jobs like this for the government that have to type and shit, they get like arthritis treatment and shit? They better, cause fuck, they gotta type a lot.
Well,
Their wrists have to be fucked up.
yeah, typing all this shit up, and
Yeah.
government got a lot of paperwork. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
This was
bureaucracy.
back then on the print.
On a typewriter, bro.
Yeah,
You fucked up. You fucked up once. You had to redo the page.
they had their secretaries do it.
I don't really want to read much. Into
No,
it.
no,
We're not gonna
don't
get
even
anything-
start.
We're
Yeah,
not gonna get anything out of this, dude. This is like pages and pages.
yeah. The likelihood that we're gonna like catch like one little sentence that might mean something is very, out of 159 pages.
Yeah, like uploading this type of documents into ChatGPT will give us something, but then again, somebody has to go through it and read it. Just make sure that ChatGPT is giving
And
the
it's
information out.
like Justin was saying the other day. It was Justin, right, that we had on.
Yeah.
Joe's friend. It's like he was saying that ChatGPT in reality it still doesn't like
Not
scan.
Justin. John, the Asian guy, my friend, Jiu-Jitsu.
No. The Joe's friend, the one that came that works in
Yeah.
in cyber and stuff. Justin, I thought was his
Yeah,
name, right?
Justin.
Justin Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
He was telling us how like AI. Well, they were both telling us this because they work both like kind of in similar shit, huh? So,
Yeah.
I don't remember which one actually said it now that you're saying
John, he was talking about the data,
like
being
the way it
uploaded
breaks
properly,
down. Yeah, like the way it breaks down, it doesn't actually scan through all of it.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
kind of just goes through
Try to
sections.
connect.
Yeah.
Try to connect. Yeah.
So even then, you're not gonna get the most accurate thing from ChatGPT.
No. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting
Yeah.
to see. And honestly,
This
at
is
the end of the
part-
day,
I scrolled down all the way to the bottom to see if there was some type of like summary of this. Obviously,
Nah.
there's not gonna be a fucking summary.
you know what's gonna happen.
But
This is what's gonna
I
happen.
found it interesting that Boeing and General Dynamics were both mentioned here.
You know what's gonna be interesting? What's gonna happen? They're gonna be like fucking. Even if something comes off of it, somebody's gonna say, "I told you so," and that's how it's gonna end. You know what I mean? Like, there's not gonna be anything past that. Like,
You
I don't
think the
I
Simpsons predicted it yet?
well, see, because you have to understand how government does things, right? Like, they prep you for this kind of shit. They prep you months in advance. They keep talking about this to prep you to get you to the point where you're like, whatever. And that's when they release the information. So it's not
So you
as
think
big
that-
of a clash.
You think the aliens thing is gonna finally come soon from the government?
I don't think it will, because we got actually in this conversation with Ozzy at his grandson's birthday, and he was saying there are aliens here, and I'm like, no, there aren't. You know, it's like what the congressman said, and what they said is like, have you discovered alien pilots? And then the person responding back saying, we've discovered biologics. Literally, this is what it says: biologics of non-Earth. So everybody took that like they discovered some sort of pilots that are not human biologics. But the way I understand it, we discovered biologics. It could be a fucking bacteria that's not of Earth origin.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's a pilot, because they never really directly said, yeah, there were some fucking 4 foot, big head, long finger motherfuckers flying this
I mean,
plane,
didn't they
right?
also say like
But
Mars?
Why can't they just say, yes, we have discovered non-human life, but it's not what people tend to believe it is?
Well, they can't say that.
Why not?
Because it's all, they said, because half of it was like, well, I can give you more information. This is for, they named it. I guess it's like a very secure room that nobody listens to, and they get in there and then they kind of like reveal this information.
Wow.
So it's not for, like, it's, you can know this, but not here type of deal. You know what I mean? Because it's public. So they're still allowed to keep shit. You know, so I don't think that there are aliens that visited planet Earth. Now, could there be like aircrafts that are like biologic aircrafts? Like, they're not made of metal. They're just like living creatures. Not living creatures, like synthesized life forms that, yeah, that could be a biologic of non-Earth. but it's just I don't think they're
Didn't they
aliens.
discover that there was like water at one point on Mars,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you would leave, very likely to leave the fact that there was life,
yeah, yeah,
some sort of life.
yeah. That's why Elon wants to go there, because that's the whole idea. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't think
The people that were stuck in space finally got rescued.
Nice.
by Elon.
Uh, with the help of SpaceX, yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Who else? You know what I mean? Oh, there was another thing. Apparently, some here. Let me read this here real quick. This was kind of wild though. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So they released some group released here. Let me go read this real quick. All right. So Tesla owners doxed, sell your cars or stay on a list. A website called Dodge Quest has reportedly published the names, addresses, and phone numbers of Tesla owners across the U.S., complete with an interactive map and Molotov cocktail cursors. The site claims it will only remove personal data if owners prove they have sold their Teslas, in an apparent backlash to Elon's ties with the Trump administration. This comes as the Tesla dealerships face gunfire, arson attempts, and Cybertruck owners report harassment, while anti-Tesla protesters ramp up nationwide. Um, if they did that, that's fucking fucked up on so many fucking levels, right?
Hey, how's that? How are they legally holding the site up?
I don't know. That's a very fucking good question.
'Cause
How?
It's
But-
very easy for the government and things like that to go and take some shit like that down.
Well, if they even take it down, if it comes out for 1 second, somebody downloads the list. Done. Like you
Yeah.
can't stop that.
That is true. Once something touches the internet once, it's never gone.
Yeah. So, but them doing that, like, see, this is the thing. Some asshole decided that you, as a person, cannot do something.
Yeah.
You just think about that for a minute. I don't give a shit how much you agree with what I'm doing or disagree with what I'm doing. But you going out there and you deciding that I shouldn't be doing this because
So
of
what,
XYZ
They're
ideas that you have
purposely
in your
just
head.
trying to dox Tesla owners to make them not want to own Teslas.
They're doxing them so people go out there and fucking try to burn or break those Teslas and things like that.
To help the people that are trying to fuck up Teslas.
Correct. Some asshole there decided that they don't agree with Elon Musk and they're going to dox the people that have these Teslas. Just think about it for 1 fucking second. I guarantee you, is a fucking white liberal male. You know what I mean? Like some asshole out there decided that how I should live my life because they don't agree with something, one thing or another thing.
That's a weird thing to put, like a weird thing to put your time into to make a website that does all that. So what, they just like hacked into fucking Tesla's shit?
Or no, you don't even need to hack. They probably got somebody they know that has a higher up that agrees with them.
That works
and
for
they
Tesla?
just works for Tesla and they took the fucking files. You don't think they're going to find out where those files came from? Of course they will. They'll find out where they came from. That person will get fired. But what good is that going to do? The damage is done. You know what I mean? Just the sheer idea that some deadweight, some scumbag out there wants to tell you how you should live your life. Now go and try to tell them how to live their life. See what response you're gonna get. But they're deciding that no, the way you live your life is not according to their
I just find it weird that they're putting their
morals.
time and effort into it that deeply.
Well, no, because people have nothing else to do, right? Because they're a national hero within their circles now, right? You think about it.
Yeah, I guess they're the leaders of those people.
You know what I'm saying? They become the hero because he did it. Oh man, that's the guy that did it. Blah blah blah.
No. Well, I think we'll wrap it up with that for today.
So I don't know how true this story specifically is. It was on Twitter because a lot of shit on there is wrong. So
Interesting. I wonder if it's actually a real site that you can go on and find.
I'm sure it doesn't exist anymore. Try to punch it in. Dodge Quest.
What's it called?
Dodge Quest.
Like Dodge, like Doge?
Doge Quest.
Yeah, Doge Quest.
Doge Quest.
DOG.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh, this is something that is making the New York Post, so.
Yeah, this is actually real. Go pull up one of those maps. Bring up Florida. It's just showing.
I think it's showing you like the concentration.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder like what also you have like superchargers,
Mm-hmm.
the
Just-
actual Teslas.
Mm-hmm. And then go down. What does it say? Is a Dodge Quest a protest platform? Like the, bro, you kind of want to catch these people and start just like backhand smacking them in the face. Just like they say something, you smack them. They breathe, you smack them. You know what I mean? They turn their eyes, they blink, you smack them.
Interesting.
Like these fucking, all these fucking, this is what these SJWs, these keyboard warriors, this is what they do. You know what I mean? And it's, I never see shit like this coming from like the Republican side. I always see this shit coming from the liberal side. Like Republicans don't do shit like that. Republicans do some fucking conniving shit at a higher levels, right? That doesn't even really touch you, right? But these motherfuckers literally will go and fuck people over. I don't know.
Damn, 44% since Trump's inauguration.
Yeah. You think Tesla's gonna go away anywhere? Huh. You don't think he's gonna continue making the money?
All right. Well, that'll be it for today, guys. We're going to wrap up with that. Appreciate anyone who joined us in the chat today. Was there anyone there, Mickey?
No.
No, not today. All right. Well, anyone watching, we appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Peace.
Peace.